What's up, nerds? So today I said I was going to compare Iron Man to a political candidate, but I had kind of a hard time because no matter how much I dislike Iron Man, I can't really compare him to anyone. And I wanted to compare him to Donald Trump because in a way of they're both billionaires and they're both selfish, but that's about as far as that line goes, because even deep down, Iron Man tries to do good. Even though he's a mess up and he can sometimes be a jerk. So I had to stretch this out. Really had to try hard and dig down to figure out who would Donald Trump be in any comic universe. So I had to make it very broad. I had to go, well, let me do DC. And then let me do villains. So I did heroes and villains, and I narrowed down the list in my head. And then I finally figured out who he is. Now I'm going to describe Donald Trump, and then you might see why I'm comparing the two. So for Donald Trump, he is an egomaniac. He is the son of a man who was rich. So he got into old money, which pretty much means that your ancestors or your family members were rich and they handed that money down to you. He likes to slander. He likes to cause almost chaos. He has people who will openly attack other people who disagree with him. So I narrowed down the list, and it came down to Cobblepot, the Penguin. Because think about it, they're very similar in a whole lot of ways, except the Penguin is crime based, and Donald Trump is business crime based. They both have had failures. Whether it be Penguin pretty much almost losing all of his family's money and having to go into the business of crime with using the rest of it, or Donald Trump's declaring multiple bankruptcies on his businesses. So, and then you think about the ego, and that ego in general of the Penguin thinking, I'm better than everybody else. I should be the richest playboy on the planet, but Bruce Wayne is? And Trump's huge ego is when you insult them, they both kind of have similar reactions. They get very bitter and nasty, and you just think about the way they go about things. They don't necessarily do the violence. They have people do it for them and then go, well, it's not my fault. They were violent. They're just my employees, or they're just my voters. It's almost exactly the same, and it makes it kind of scary. For me, at least, when I look at the political spectrum of things. He's irrational, so is the Penguin. They're irrational, they're angry. They are looking to blame everyone else but themselves if something goes wrong. So I can totally see the Penguin, if he ever ran for president, acting exactly like Donald Trump is, and blaming everyone but himself for issues that he causes. So that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the Penguin is the best representation of Donald Trump, or do you not? I know politics is very iffy to talk about, but I feel like this should be talked about because of how dangerous of a situation it is. And when the only person I can think of is a villain to compare him to, and it's not comparing him to slander him, and it's not comparing him to because I support another candidate. It's comparing him because I wanted to try to find a match, and my only match I can find was the Penguin, which I know he's not an intense villain, he's kind of a weakling, but he buffs himself up just like Donald Trump does. He does the same things Donald Trump does. So that's the best way to compare him. He's the Penguin. Now, yeah, once again, like I said, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? And do you want me to do it for other candidates? I'm starting to have a harder and harder time because I couldn't just solely do Marvel superheroes on this, and I wanted to. It's really difficult. So yeah, once again, let me know in the comments below or on my Twitter. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my recommendations on Wednesday. And next Wednesday I'll be back with Beyond the Cover. And then a top 10, because I'm going to start doing top 10s, because it's a lot more harder that way. And I got to think of more stuff. Or it makes it easier, so I don't have to cut everything down. But yeah, until next week, stay nerdy, guys.